All right, so we just reloaded the campaign that we began last Friday, and sure enough, immediately into battle. So I don't know what's going on here. We do have a contact bearing 030. We're headed 320, so it's off our starboard beam. Did we even have time to reload the room? We did. Okay, good. So the room's reloaded. Now, this is not my standard load, so I'm a little concerned about the save game. Remember, we had problems with the save games before, and I never keep 8 torpedo tubes full of torpedoes. So, hopefully we don't have the same problem. Hopefully we can make progress on the campaign today. All right, how's the music? Music's good? Music's good. We are going to... Let's close to 20,000 yards, because this might be a surface fleet. And if so...
On sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. All right, we're in deep water.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 062. Designated Sierra 2.
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the standard 2 warship lineup. Let's get right over to the loop. There they are.
Con sonar,
That's exactly
Sierra
what's happening
1
here.
is classified
So
as
we'll just quickly
escort.
dispatch these with 2 harpoons and call it a day. That's what we're going to do. And where you at? There you go. Right there. We're going to go emergency deep.
Make turns for
And we will
3
watch
con
our...
sonar.
Oh, we've got a strong
We are
layer to hide
navigating.
behind, too. So their counterfire will not be as effective.
Passing 100 feet.
So what we didn't know when we took that shot was the range. So I just enabled these weapons as close to the
Con
ship as
sonar,
possible.
Passing 200 feet.
And we're taking evasive action right now. Now we're not going to get the model. It's just going to blow up or miss.
Passing
We don't know
400
which.
feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
We want to get down below 1,000 feet before they shoot back at
Passing
us.
600 feet.
Yep, there's some counterfire right there.
Passing 700 feet.
Yep, they decoyed our shots. They decoyed both.
Con sonar, lost.
Passing 900 feet.
Okay, we got 1 out of 2. That's not bad.
Passing 1,000 feet.
So we're down below 1,000 feet. Let's go ahead and reload those with more missiles. We'll take this guy out with
Passing
a
1,100 feet.
with a torpedo.
Come
Let me
right
go ahead and turn into him.
035. Helm I.
Hey, everybody!
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the
water. Oh,
bearing
shit.
089.
Where's that? Is that it right there?
Con knuckle
Let's go
form.
low full rudder. One sounds really close. Oh shit! Yeah.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 158.
All right.
Passing 1,200 feet.
We're pretty deep, so these torpedoes should burn out their energy a little bit faster. It's a lot harder to push 40 knots at 1,200 feet than it is at 200 feet because of the density of the water. It's harder to push. That puts more strain on the engine.
Con maneuvering.
2 incoming.
Making turns for 3.
Something to think about.
Knots.
What we want to do is we want to make sure that they're on our depth. We want to be on the same depth of these torpedoes so we can dodge them.
Torpedo room 2.
I know that sounds unintuitive, but whenever you begin your evasion, you want them to be on your depth. Are we doing 35 knots? Well, okay. What's going to be tricky is whenever I try to do this without this view, without this 3D view. Coming up with that modern naval warfare game, I don't know if we'll have this view for torpedo evasion. Because in order to drive the boat, unless I can use the keyboard, we're going to have to go back inside to do this. Right?
Con knuckle formed.
Alright, so which way is he going to go?
Passing 1,200 feet.
Okay, he's going to the right, so we're going to
Con
shift
knuckle
our
formed.
rudder to the right. Didn't really mean to make that knuckle, but what we're going to do is stay over top of the
1,000
video of the torpedo.
Passing
Except video.
900 feet.
I got YouTube on the mind
Passing
right now.
800 feet.
Same videos.
Passing
Same
700
torpedoes.
feet. Con knuckle
We're going all the way to the top, too. Man, we're not fucking around.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con torpedo room.
Passing 300 feet.
It's very likely that we're
Passing
going to
200 feet.
evade these guys in depth. looks like. Let's take a look.
Passing 100 feet.
Okay. We got him. And we're still cavitating. That's okay. That's okay. Here we go. We almost drew a penis. Very skinny penis. It's Navy tradition right there. Alright, so now we got to find this doggone warship. Let's go and slow down.
Make con sonar. No longer cavitating.
He almost got us. That was a pretty good shot on his part. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set our depth back down to 400 feet. Get back
Make
down there.
depth 400
Going down.
feet. Die by.
A one ping only. Okay.
Con sonar. Switching to active search.
There you go.
Con sonar. Switching
That's
to
your
passive
one ping
search.
only, chat. That's all you get. Scorched Earth, thanks for 2-month resub. Says, well, hey. Up she rises. Yeah,
Con
yeah.
sonar regained contact on.
going up quick.
2 bearing 079.
All right, we're going to put a torpedo in her. I just wanted to give us some, if they drop a depth charge or something, I want to see it coming and maybe give us a chance to get out of the way. That's why I'm not.
Con sonar
Close to the
regained
surface.
contact.
Let's go ahead and speed up to 10
Make turns
knots.
for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Yep. The awesome happy birthday. 24 years old. You guys are right in my demographic. Right where you belong. So we are super excited. Got lots of really positive things going on right now with the old YouTube channel.
221. Insert.
Things are looking good. Good morning, Flank and Army Vet. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy
0
birthday.
feet. Die by.
We're playing the South China Sea campaign today for a couple hours. And then we're going to shift over to a little bit of Master of Orion. We were playing Stellaris last week, and someone had asked about the other space game, and I couldn't remember the name of the space game he was talking about. And then I realized the reason why I couldn't remember it is because that game stopped working on this computer. Because this computer had an old install of Windows 10 that had been, corrupted by, cookies and whatever on the browsers and stuff like that. Just general junk. So I completely rebuilt this computer about a month ago and forgot about Master of Orion. And so reinstalled it and tested it this morning. It works again. So we get to play some of that. Yeah, but we're going to play some Cold Waters first. Cold Waters. Yeah. So yeah, great big things happening on the YouTube side of the house. Very happy about that. We still don't have a range as Luda. You guys will notice a difference in YouTube coming up starting November 1st. Yep. Next Tuesday. Big time deals. Making them multi-million-dollar deals, that's right. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this because I don't know how far away he is. In other words, I might have drove the torpedo past this contact. We don't know. I'm gambling that I did not. He could be right here where my cursor is and we could be screwed. Yeah. Alright, we're going to let that run. Because again, we won't see the 3D model. Unless we have a really good solution, which we don't for some reason. We should, but we don't. We got the classification. Lord Hamick, that's right. Lord Hamick, yeah. should have put that on my passport, but the American passports, you can't put titles on them. The only thing you can have is Mr. or Mrs. Yeah, as a prefix. You're not allowed to have titles. So I can't be Lord Aaron on my passport. But I can on my credit card, because credit cards don't have that legal requirement. So I should get like a black, American Express black card and put Lord Aaron on it. Fancy.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Oh, he's not even coming at us. He was doing broadside. Interesting.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
That's
0,
fine.
6, 9.
What we'll do is we'll just drive to the noisemaker. We'll see what's on the other side.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
That's what's on the other
Con
side.
sonar, Sierra 1 is classified
Hey,
as
good morning, Johnny
escort.
Rocker. Good to see the gangs. I'll hear a lot of familiar names in the chat. Happy to have you. So I wrote the sub brief yesterday. I'm going to record it tomorrow and have it up by
0, 7, 1.
Tuesday. A lot of stuff is happening on Tuesday because that's like the first of the month. Tuesday is November 1st.
Con, fire control,
So you guys are getting a brand new ship brief. Chinese ship, the Luhu Type 052. And that's a fun one. It has a fun story behind it.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's watch this. I know you guys like to watch this part. Hey, we got a 3D model, even though it's nighttime and you can't see it. Trust me, it's right there.
Con sonar, noisemaker, 0, 7, 5.
Boom shakalaka. So this was the Type 052. This is the ship we did the ship brief on last time. So you guys should know all about this now. All about the systems and the radars and everything. You should know they built 17 of them. Some of them, or all of them, are retired now, so they don't even apply anymore. But that's where we began. We're beginning our journey through the Chinese Navy, the PLAN. We got all the submarines that have already been done, so we're just doing the surface ships now. Yep. And the Luhu is the first modern destroyer that we're doing in our series that is still in commission. So it applies a little more to today's situation. And you'll learn how many of them we built, or they built, China built, and why they only built as many as they did. What prevented them from building more? Well, you'll find out on Tuesday. Or you could Google it, like I did. Yeah. You could do that. Aircraft nearby. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Let's,
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Yeah, we're continuing the South China Sea
sonar,
campaign.
No longer cavitating.
It's not a restart. Nope. Explosions are better at night, yeah.
Con maneuvering, making turn.
Passing 500 feet.
Apparently there's a helicopter up here somewhere. And I don't want to be anywhere near the wreck because that's probably where the, or aircraft. That'd not be a helicopter. That's probably where they're going to go search for survivors. So we don't want to be vulnerable there.
800 feet.
800 feet. Hey, so how many of you in the chat took my movie recommendation from 2 weeks ago and watched the Bedford incident?
15 knots. Maneuvering.
Let's see how many people in chat. If anybody
Come left
saw that.
2, 3,
I know one
0,
person
6,
told me
high.
that they did, but I don't know if he's here or not. Anyway, it is a good movie. It has Sidney Poitier in it. Now, I don't know what's special about Sidney Poitier. He's a good actor, but so is a lot of the other actors in that show. But he had like top billing in the credits. Sidney Poitier.
Con helm.
A lot of good actors in that movie. And it's got a surprise ending, so I'm not going to ruin it. It's a shame to invest an hour and a half into a movie and have the ending spoiled by some knucklehead on Twitch. So we ain't doing that. What do we got here? New contact to the south. Music's kind of loud, isn't it? Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Let's see. What course are we on? We're heading southwest. So he's to the south. He's going to be on our port side. We'll do 15,000 yards. What are we going to do with this? We'll reload that. This is a good combo. I like two missiles, 2 decoys, and 4 torpedoes.
On sonar, new contact bearing.
Okay, so we're at periscope depth.
Designated Sierra.
I believe this is a submarine contact, so we're just going to pop up that radar.
Raise the radar mast.
See who's up here. A couple of trawlers, maybe.
Con sonar. Master
Merchants,
2
okay.
Is classified
It's nice that they're going away from us.
Lower the radar mast.
So the first thing we want to get is a bearing drift. We're going to put the zoom in on him a little bit. We'll put our cursor right on him if I can. That's close enough. We'll see what side of that cursor he goes to. Oh yeah, the sonarman in that movie was great. Yeah, definitely a stereotypical sonarman, being kind of geeky, kind of nerdy, but thinks he runs the show. That's definitely sonarman. Yeah. Like Bill says, saw it quite a few times. Right in there is Failsafe. Yep, I rented Failsafe just so that I had a reference for Dr. Strangelove, because I saw Dr. Strangelove before I saw Failsafe. And Dr. Strangelove is one of the best movies ever made. It's very funny, but it's very dark. So if you don't get the dark humor, you're not going to enjoy it. But if you can enjoy absurdity and dark humor, oh man, Dr. Strangelove's your go-to. All right, so his bearing drift is to the right. That's excellent. So we just want to stay on this course, basically. Now, what I'd like to do is speed up. But we can't speed up at this depth, so let's go to 600 feet. And at 600 feet, we can speed up a little bit without cavitating.
0 feet, dive by.
Oh yeah, we added the view in theater mode to the stream chat bot. So I'm having trouble getting the Stream Elements chat bot to moderate my YouTube. I don't know what's going on there, but we did a 3-hour live event on YouTube yesterday? No, Monday. Boy, the days are blurring together for me. And the Stream Elements chat bot did nothing. So clearly I don't have it set up right. So that's a little bit of a problem. I'm just not going to do any live events until I can figure that out. Because we have the same spam bot problem on YouTube that we have on Twitch. But I got my chat bot configured here on Twitch to boink those guys out of here. You don't even see the spam, which is the way I want it set up on YouTube. But unfortunately, it's not working that way right now. Have I seen The Wolf's Call? Yeah, it's a good movie. And I think the sonarman there, it's over dramatized by far, but the stress the sonarman in The Wolf's Call goes through is pretty real. It's very similar to the stress real sonarmen feel, because we have to be fast, we have to be early, and we above all have to be right all the time. It's very stressful. And the officers in real life, I'm talking about, are very patient. Some more patient than others, but they're like, just give the sonarman time to figure it out. But you can tell that they're just staring at you behind your shoulder to figure out what the hell's on the screen. And sometimes they got headphones too. They can listen too if they want, Yeah, that's those moments are pretty intense. And that movie captures those moments in a couple different scenes. It's pretty cool. But there's also some absolutely ridiculousness in that movie about, I don't think this spoils the movie at all, but there's a scene towards the last half, where one of the officers of one submarine swims out, I think of a torpedo tube, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it. Swims to the other ship, knocks on the fucking torpedo tube, and they open it for him. Yeah. Ridiculous. You're not swimming out of a 53 centimeter torpedo tube, 21 inches, with a goddamn scuba bottle on your back, unless you're a very small child. Yeah. Bedford Incident movie from the mid 60s. Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about. Yeah, it's a good movie. I think it's about 90 minutes if I remember correctly. It's very well done. That's why I recommended it. Is that the communications? It's about a destroyer hunting a submarine. Okay, that's not giving away anything other than that's what it's about. And the entire movie is from the perspective of the destroyer. And so all the actions and reports and communication that all the watchstanders say and the captain, the dialogue is so accurate to how we really talk when we're at sea. They blew me away. I was like, this book was written by someone who's either done it, been in the Navy and done it, or had a technical advisor told him how we speak. And so, I rank it right up there with like Hunt for Red October in terms of a good entertaining tale, but it gets high marks for being accurate.
Come left to 102, helm aye.
All right, so the Han is definitely going west, as you can see here. So we're going to shift our course to the east, and we're going to sink them. Because we have a good solution, we should have the 3D model as well. And he's on our port side. There he is, right there. The loudest nuclear submarine ever built in the history of the world. Oh yes, I have a video on the pipeline explosion waiting sponsor approval right now. Yep. Sponsor approval, I sure do. It's scheduled to come out November 10th, but hopefully I can get it out earlier than that. So I took a different angle on it just to give you an idea of what this video is about, because it's probably not what you think. I took the way, so we had this explosion in the Baltic Sea that damaged these pipelines, right, under the sea. So I took a look at how other nations reacted to that, and now how does that fit in the calculus of defending your infrastructure? Like your power plants are being destroyed in Ukraine, the Russians are losing bridges, the airports were bombed on day one of the Ukraine war. So where in that hierarchy does your underwater infrastructure lie? And so that's what that's about. So don't get your hopes up that I'm putting anything else in that video other than what that's about. Yep. Hey, we have an STG in the chat in San Diego. Love hearing new things from me about the rate. Listen, if you're currently in the Navy, you probably know more than I do. I talk about the way things used to be, but anyway, glad to see you here, Mr. Icon Core. Yeah. See, did I check the radar website? I did. Wait, are you the guy that sent me the radar link yesterday about that on Twitter? Oh, no. He said flight radar website. That's different. There was a Poseidon aircraft in the area before the explosions. Oh, yeah. Yep. Flew right over it like 2 hours before or something like that. Yeah. I would love to make a video that said, yeah, the Americans did it. Fuck you guys. I would love to do that, but that would be wrong of me. So I'm not doing that.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
See, that's how my brain works. That's what I want to do. I would definitely be very irresponsible. Oh, and people would not get the joke. They would be like, this guy has no chill. He needs to calm down. Yeah, so I'm not doing that. But it did cross my mind. See, being a surface guy, Icon says I don't have any pleasure of doing sonar very honor. We don't get a whole lot of good training. Yeah, that's what I hear, which is really sad. As a sonar guy, we have, as you know, a completely different pipeline. And back when I went through the pipeline, I did 18 months of school. Now, granted, only about 3 or 4 months of that was the A school. But I had a 6-year enlistment because of submarines. And so I went from A school to C school back to back. And whenever I was going through San Diego Training Center, Back then it was at the Fleet ASW Training Center, by the way, not where it is now, apparently. The surface guys would go to A school and get their badge, get their rating badge, E4, and then they would go to C. And the submarine guys, I think some of us did that, now that I think about it. But I was in a pipeline where I went from A school right into C school. And then after C school, I did like 6 more little 1-week schools. It was weird at the end. They just kept sending me to school instead of to a submarine. And I was in the Navy for over a year before I finally got on board a boat, you know. But they put me on the best damn boat ever because we went and did missions. My very first underway was a fucking secret ops mission in the Barents Sea, man. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is this? This is amazing, you know. And that was my first experience. That was my first underway. Oh, yeah. I had a freaking hard on like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, like the whole time. I was like, this is why I joined the Navy. And then sadly, you know, we did that again 2 years later. Like, there's big gaps of nothing happening except training and cleaning and boring qualifications. But between those missions, you know. Yeah, as you know, if you're in the Navy, you know it's 99% of service is boring as fuck.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Uh-oh. There it goes. Okay. It was really boring. You got a 6-year contract? Yeah. Swedes only aid. No to the Russian, I believe. What? What happened here? Let's see. Same exact thing happened to me. You went through A school, operator school, tech school, fathometer, underwater communication school. Yeah. 1.5 years. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you and I are very similar in our training paths. For sure.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
All right. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this guy.
Con, fire control.
There it goes.
Weapon
Okay,
acquired.
let's speed up.
Make turns for 3-5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Con sonar lost contact. Master
Everyone say
3,
YouTube
last
thumbnail.
bearing,
Oh, no, I
2,
missed.
7. Contact
Shoot.
faded.
We're going to
Con
lose the
sonar
wire.
lost contact. Master 2. Last bearing 090. Contact faded.
Let's see. Zero says, in World War II vet, grandfather said most accurate depiction of the military was McHale's Navy. Yeah. It's a shame the McHale's Navy remake did so poorly. It wasn't very well done, the movie. It's got Bruce Campbell in it, too, and I'm like, please be good. I love any movie that has Bruce Campbell in it, but man, he is in some stinkers. It's bad. I absolutely love the movie he did himself, though. He made his own movie in his own backyard, literally, at his little place in Oregon, back in 2006, called They Call Me Bruce. And that movie is a piece of garbage, but it's hilarious. It's hilariously bad, which makes it okay to watch. And it's also self-aware. It knows that it's bad, and it's just having fun with it. That's what makes it fun to watch. And then there's this documentary called Descent into Dorkness. It's on Vimeo. It's not on YouTube. You have to search Vimeo for it, and it's free, of course. No ads or anything on Vimeo that I'm aware of. And it's like an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long. And it's the behind the scenes of the day-to-day filming of this 28-day shoot that they did in Bruce Campbell's backyard property with poison oak and freaking bees in the catering tent every day. It was a disaster to make that movie. It cost him a lot of money. It was sponsored by Dark Horse Comics that paid for a lot of it, but he had to put a lot of his own money in it as well. A lot of the actors worked for nothing. They were just basically extras, but they were in the film, for credit only. And the thing I love about that movie is that it's just people who enjoy making a silly film, and they knew it was. And he also got a lot of his friends from his Army of Darkness film, like the blacksmith is there. who was in other films as well. So people that were in the Evil Dead trilogy played roles, you know. And it was really good. Really bad, really good. So that movie's called They Call Me Bruce, if you're looking for it. And if you're looking for the documentary, you got to go onto the Vimeo website and search Descent into Dorkness. It's something Dorkness, but I think it's Descent into Dorkness. And yeah, it's basically shot on like a VHS camcorder. So don't expect quality of the documentary. It's not very good. But it is kind of funny to watch a film be made. At least that's something I'm interested in. We can't get away from these torpedoes fast enough. Let's go ahead, and now that we've evaded them, let's go ahead and do this.
Come right to 1.
And come down this way here.
Helm I.
Reminds you of Mars Attacks. Yeah, Mars Attacks was a very high budget goofball movie. They had all the A-list celebrities in that one for the time.
Con, helm, steady course.
Who's that? No clue. Thanks, man. Yeah, you can use your Twitch Prime on my channel, so you don't see those ads. Yeah, I've just fully embraced the ads on Twitch now. I've gone full degen on the ads. Jeez, we're still not away. I'm ready to get to the next scene. Let's go to reload our tube while we wait. My favorite food while underway was probably... I love the surf and turf dinner we had every Sunday night. We literally had lobster tail that had been in the freezer for way too long. And some decent steaks. They weren't ribeye because they didn't have the bone in them. But we had good steaks. So we'd have a steak and a lobster tail and then a vegetable or something. Every Sunday night, that was good. But, you know, a close second is underway pizza. I don't know what the deal is about a submarine's atmosphere. Maybe it might be the diesel fumes. I don't know. It could be the amine. But it gives the pizza crust a flavor. It's pretty freaking good. It's all chemical. It's not natural. But it's very unique. So underway pizza is pretty good. And you won't ever eat it anywhere else. You can't replicate it outside a submarine. I thought I heard a torpedo there for a second. I'm all paranoid. And then, of course, sliders. Saturday afternoon, Saturday lunch has always been sliders. Which apparently is another word for hamburger. Like, in Florida, we just call them hamburgers. But apparently, Navy, hamburger's called a slider. The more you know. All right, another contact bears 130, probably a submarine again. We're at Periscope dipped. We're going to bring him in 20,000 yards, and we're going to shoot him in the butt. Here we go. That's the plan.
Con, sonar, new contact.
That's the tactical brief.
Radar mast.
Any questions?
Con, sonar.
Merchant. Okay, put the thing down. Put the cursor on the little bad guy. Zoom in to get some accuracy. And there we go. Oh, my mouse is super sensitive.
Con, sonar.
He has
Master
feelings.
3 is cavitating.
Okay, so Sierra 1's coming at us. They're coming right for us. You know what? They didn't look very small, but they're also not American-sized hamburgers, so maybe they were just... That's why they're called sliders. Couple seconds of reactor cooked to perfection. Yeah, the pizza. All right, so his bearing drift is to the left. We're driving to the right. Don't need to change a thing. All we need to do is wait. But I don't like being at periscope depth because if we evade, we want to not cavitate. So get down to 600 feet, huh? Oh, he's going away from us. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is actually really good. So now that we know his actual course, we're just going to drive into his baffles as fast as possible and shoot him like a mofo. Open a submarine-themed pizza shop? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. A jar to a diesel and AC vent. Yeah, I wonder how you would try to recreate that. because it probably has a little radiation to it too. So you'd have to sprinkle on some of the, yeah. I'm not sure the FCC or whatever the what's the agency that does the food regulation. I don't think that they would appreciate that. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and speed up 10 knots.
Make turns for
I think this is a Han.
0,
Let's find
9.
out.
Maneuvering
Submarine.
Con maneuvering.
Oh, it's
Make
not a Han.
turns for
Oh,
1,
please don't be an alpha.
0, knot. Con
Fuck,
sonar lost contact.
okay, it's an alpha.
Master 3, last bearing 2, 6.
So if it's an alpha, we really got to
Contact
keep
is
the
in
wire.
baffles.
And alpha will dance circles around our torpedo. Pizza sub already invented. Is it really? The Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, that's what I was trying to think of. Baked in a nuclear oven, yeah. Bananas are radioactive. Oh, yeah, that's true. They got some of that in it. Yeah, I love bananas. Bananas is my favorite breakfast fruit. They give me energy. They give me life. You're not American. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's an FDA probably in most countries. Yep. So the Alpha's running away from us. This is bonkers. Are we in its baffles? We are. Let's go and shoot. I kind of don't like this angle, but okay.
Con fire control.
Oh, no. Oh, we have fucked up.
Ship 2-3.
Okay.
Sir.
Yep. Well, that was a mistake. We will see what happens. Bananas are the same size as bananas for scale. Yeah.
008 dive by.
Bum, bum, bum. There we go. We got the Alpha. So he definitely heard that.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
Now he's cavitating. What he doesn't hear is the torpedo that's not going active. There we go. We got a double tap going on here. He going out that way.
Con sonar lost transient from Sierra 1.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
Yay. Not sure where the submarine's at.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired. Con fire control. Weapon countermeasure only.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1.
Oh, there he is.
0.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
There he is. We found him.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing
We
1,
booped the snoot.
6, 7. Contact breaking.
Yeah, let's get out of here. We
Make
booped the
turns
snoot.
for 3, 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Okay. That one torpedo is kind of close, so we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we get away with this. By going deep.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
I think we got under it. It's right
Passing
there.
1,400 feet.
Yeah, it looks like we did. Yay. We are good to go.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
All right, we're gonna just turn into them.
Come right to
Maximize distance.
146 helm
We'll go
aye.
check up on our buddy Alpha over here, see how he's doing. So,
Con,
I bought these by accident.
turns
This is
forward.
called a Monster energy drink.
Knots.
It's got 10 calories in it. But what I didn't like about it, it's got 16% of your daily sodium in one can. 370 milligrams of salt in this one, how many ounces? Probably 16 ounce can. Yeah, 16 ounce can. I will never buy this brand again. I found this caffeinated water that I buy on Amazon, and it is the best thing ever because it's 0 calorie and lots of caffeine. It's freaking awesome. I wish they'd sponsor me, man. I'd definitely promote the hell out of them. But they don't do promotions. They don't need to. Justiflob, thank you for 17 months. 32 months. Whoa. So I've been aboard, staying in the ship for 32 months. Maybe I'll get promoted for clearing out the sanitary tanks. Ooh, yeah. So, sanitary tanks, those are also called poop tanks. There's two kinds. We have black water and we have gray water. Gray water is like all your shower drains and all the food that comes out of the galley, you know, sinks and stuff. And where you brush your teeth, the sinks for toothbrush and shaving cream and stuff like that, those all go into the gray water tank, which is one of the smallest tanks on board. Yeah. And then your toilets and your urinals, that goes to your black water tanks, and those are the bigger tanks because you poop a lot more than you brush your teeth, apparently. Yeah. The naval architects have figured that out, so they give us big poop tanks. So occasionally someone has to go in there and clean them out. It's really nasty. Yeah. So the way we do it is and it's usually a shipyard worker, by the way. It's not like an enlisted Navy guy. So if you get if you get a job at a shipyard and you're assigned to the tanks and voids, tanks and voids shop, you might being the new guy, be assigned to do the sanitary tank. So be aware of this. So what we do to make it as clean as possible for those poor bastards that have to do this is we pump out all the poop. We pump that nasty tank as dry as possible, but of course the walls and the bottom are covered in literally raw human poop. It's disgusting. So then we take the gray water tank with all that discharge and we'll pump it tank to tank from the gray water tank into the black water tank to try and flush out as much as possible that tank so it's not as disgusting. And we'll do that over and over again and to just get it as clean as possible. But it's still nasty whenever they open up that cover. The cover has like 20 freaking bolts that holds the cover on. It smells like you wouldn't believe. It's horrible. And those poor bastards, they crawl in there with their little power washers. And of course, they're in anti-seas, full suits with gas masks and everything. Matter of fact, it's not even just a gas mask. It's like fed air so that they don't breathe even the fumes of that tank because it's so nasty. And they spray it out. And the reason why they do that is you have to crawl in there and paint it. And that's a different shop. The guy that paints it is not the guy that cleans it. Yeah. So, and man, they couldn't pay me enough to do that work, but God bless the gentlemen that do it for a living. It's not a fun job, but it's a necessary one if you maintain the ships and the submarines. Let's go down here to the Paracel Island, see what's going on. See what's going on down here. I just flew under an airplane twice. Oh, nothing going on Paracel. Okay. Sometimes Scarborough Shoal has something going on. Let's go here. Nope. So Scarborough Shoal in real life has an actual Chinese military base on it now. Airport and everything. It does not belong to them. It belongs to the Philippines. Well, in Vietnam and everybody else, but certainly not China. China said, fuck you guys, we're building an air base. And they did. And it's operational right now. All right, bearing north.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's see who is to the north of us. We got some shallow water up there. How close are we to shallow water? It'd be nice to have a fight in shallow water once in a while. And not where the whole thing is shallow. That sucks. But, like, if we can hide behind a undersea mountain, that'd be awesome. Like fights like that. Hello, my viewer. How's it going? Positive pressure suits. Yeah, they have positive pressure suits. Yeah. Why does it need to be painted? Oh, because it's made out of metal, and metal over time will corrode, you know, even if it's on the inside of the tank. So you paint the outside of the tank, you paint the inside of the tank.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0.
And that's how you get 40, 50 years out of ships.
1.
All right, so we got a bearing. I'm just going to go ahead and make a maneuver away.
Come left 228 helm I.
Yeah, we got a torpedo ready for him. Yeah, unpainted things rust. Exactly. Poop is quite corrosive. I suppose it can be. You know, if you got the hot diarrhea, you know, you don't want that sitting on raw metal.
Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Sierra 1's cavitating. Can we get a sonar classification? Oh, it's a Han.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified
All right,
as
this should
submerged
be pretty
submarine.
easy. I worked a lot with the tanks shop every time we went into dry dock and we had civilians come on board, because I was responsible, my division was responsible for the main ballast tanks. And that's a big part of the ship. You'd be surprised, you know, the people only live in the center part, like this nose part and this rear end part that kind of, it looks like a cone. That's all empty. That's full of seawater. And sonarmen are responsible for the maintenance of this. Now, we don't paint it. There's a shop that paints it. That's all civilian work. But we're responsible for the painting getting done and checking it and making sure that there's nothing left in these tanks that can rattle around and make all sorts of noise, because it just takes one item, one loose bolt or nut that got dropped and forgot about, that will just rattle around in there until you go in and get it, you know.
Con helm steady course.
There was a we had a mystery noise on one of my boats where we literally surfaced in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean so we could go into tanks and see what the hell was going on. And it wasn't a loud noise, but it was definitely a noise from our own ship, and we could not find it. Yep, could not find it. It eventually got fixed. Let me think about that. How did it get fixed? Because it definitely went away. Yeah, I think we went into dry dock and eventually found it. And you know what I mean? It wasn't like we found the culprit of, oh, here it is, it's a loose nut. No, we worked on systems in dry dock that fixed it. So we don't know what exactly we did that fixed it, but it went away. Yeah, I remember that. Surfaced in the middle of the freaking ocean. And not for a good reason. Captain was not happy. Yeah, he was like, you fix this shit and so we can dive again. The satellites, you know, bad. You know. But we did our best. Might have been a burrito. Yeah, it was something. It's what did it sound like? Yeah, it was like a clicky thing. It sounded very light. It was like click, 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 click. You know, like it was being vibrated by something. You know, and it was somewhere around here. It wasn't forward, wasn't aft. And the cool thing about submarines is, and now it's really fancy, but back in the day, we had to do this manually, and we just had a couple hydrophones throughout the ship, on the outside of the ship, so that we could kind of listen to ourselves. And if it was louder on one hydrophone versus another hydrophone, we'd have an idea of where it was at, right? Where the noise made. Now, the science behind the Virginia class, in terms of self-monitoring noise, is off the chain and sensitive, so I won't talk about it. But it's really freaking cool. It's also done by computer now. The freaking sonarmen, I'm so jealous a little bit of the sonarmen today because they don't have to do the work if they don't want to. They can let the computer do a lot of the work, you know. And that's a shame because sonar is a little bit of an art. You know, there's a lot of science behind it, obviously, and today they have a lot of machine learning and algorithms that help the operator, and that's what I mean by they can let the computer do it if they want to. If the algorithm says here's a contact, you don't even have to listen to it. You just be like, there's a contact, track it. What is it? Computer says the contact. That's what it is, you know. I bet you the computers today would probably even tell you, or give you a guess. You know, I can't imagine how advanced it must be now. Did a Stellar stash a toy on board? Magma displacement. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the cool thing about that is you can take any noise and repeat it on loop and make it sound mechanical. Yeah. I did that trick in a YouTube video and no one caught it. And I looked really smart. That was one of the ones I had to take down, by the way. Yeah. I'm giving you guys a little peek behind the veil of the YouTube channel. So this is my towel. You should never leave home without a towel. Very important. Most important part of your kit. Fresh towel right there. I like it whenever they scent the towels. It's got like a vanilla. A little hit of vanilla.
Helm right 2011. Helm I.
Firmly, how's it going? Hey, you caught a live stream. You did. Yeah, this is going to be a good one today, too. Because we're going to blow up this Han. And then we're going to take a break. Because we've been going for a little while. And then we're going to play some Escape. No. Almost Escape from Tarkov. What's the other game? Master of Orion. Yep. Don't panic. That's right. Oh, you guys get the reference. See, this is why you guys are the best. You guys know what I'm talking about when I mention the towel. How about that? Bunch of nerds. But you're my nerds, so that's okay. We're all nerds down here. See, you never oh, yeah. The STG is back. For those of you just joining us, we have a Surface Sonar minute in the chat. It's Iconcor. It says, never in my pipeline have I learned to classify or identify a sub based on audio. What? You actually almost always have it muted? Are you kidding me? That is a damn travesty. Oh my God. I understand the equipment today does a lot of the work. I completely get it. And it's smart to let the computer to do the work because the computer is very fast. And it's probably, I imagine by now, pretty accurate. Whenever the machine learning and algorithms began in the 90s, they were terrible. They were classifying everything as a contact. We were like, calm your tits, computer. Let us tell you what the contact is. That's literally the conversation we had with the fucking machine. But I'm sure it's been 40 years, 30 years since the 90s. So it's gotten a lot better. Plus, I was privileged to work in machine learning for about a year during the pandemic, remote working. And it's pretty scary how advanced that machine learning was. That had more to do with other things, though. Yeah, machine learning is... And I want to clarify something. Machine learning is not artificial intelligence. It's not AI. It's a subcategory. It's a very specific thing. If someone says AI, that can mean a lot of different things. You know, that's like saying submarines. Whereas machine learning is like Virginia class submarine, you know, it's a very specific thing. And yeah, machine learning is, like I said, it's come a long way. How far away is he? 6,000 yards. We're kind of on a good course. I'm just going to keep staying. This course is driving us to where we want to be. It's just going to take a minute. Yep. Does not give the best training. Can speak for the sub guys. Yeah, I honestly, I think the sub training, the sonar training that I had was some of the best in the world. I mean, it was really, really good. I came out of C school. Like I said, I was in school for like a year and a half. And I knew how to repair all the space gear, we called it. Space gear is like all the auxiliary gear, like the underwater communications, the fathometer, the distress beacons, all that extra stuff that isn't part of the mainframe sonar system. There's a pipeline for that lasts like 6 months, and I was in that pipeline. So I went to A school, C school, which included that pipeline of all that extra maintenance, and then I went to like other schools too. I went to tactical use of the ocean, which I loved. Tactical use of the ocean is one of the most interesting schools I went to, and all sorts of other things. So by the time I got to sub, I was a nub. I knew nothing, and I had no experience. But at least I had some school behind me to where I could be useful on day one. You know, nobody in the Sonar division on day one trusts the new guy to do anything, and that's very smart. But I knew that I could, so that whenever I was assigned something, I at least had some aptitude. Like, if it was maintenance related, right? But rightly so, your first day on board a sub, and I imagine it's the same on the ship, you are basically, met, or you're attached at the hip with a more senior sonarman or sailor anyway, whatever division you're in. And like, you do what he does for that day. You learn the ropes, you learn, where you got to be, learn where the plan of the day is posted so you can read that motherfucker. Because if you don't read the plan of the day every day, you're going to miss a meeting, you're going to miss a training, or at least be late for it. You won't miss it. And that's going to get you in trouble. So, like, there's a shipboard routine is not taught ever. Like, you need to figure that stuff out on day one. And so assigning all the new guys, this is how I ran my division, is I just assigned the new guys to like a second class petty officer, somebody that had been there for a while, obviously qualified in submarines at the very minimum, and be like, you two are best friends now. You're working together. Pardon me. Nub stands for New Underway Buddy. That's the sanitized version. Oh boy. That dog hair in my throat. All right, we're gonna try and speed up and see what happens.
Make turns for 1, 0.
We're gonna see what happens.
Maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 1.
Attached at the hip.
0,
Yeah, it's a good
9.
way to train the new guys. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Yeah, OJT, that's right. On the job training. Yeah, nub really means non-useful body, but we were discouraged from using those terms with the new guys. Even back in the 90s, they were already trying to, clean up our language a little bit, so we didn't always make fun of the new guys. We made fun of them anyway because they deserved it. They know what they did. Yeah, they joined the Navy. That was their original sin. So we always made fun of them. All right, so when we sped up, we lost contact. I don't understand how. This Han is like 6,000 yards away, and we can't maintain contact. There's something wrong with our sonar system. Let's see, what's the ambient noise? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to get over to here. We're going to run this direction just a little bit. We can take this opportunity to change depth as well. Let's get down to, say, 1,100 feet.
Make depth
Set the torpedoes for shallow.
0 feet, dive by.
You guys used DFS back in the day for educating? God, I don't remember what DFS stands for. Is that the computer program? They did try to make, for a little while, they tried to make submarine qualifications a computer program. And that just didn't work out. Because every submarine's a little bit different. I mean, the basic systems are the same, but... DFS. We probably had something like what you're talking about, but I don't remember. Freeloading oxygen breather, yeah. A flob. Hey, Chipper, how's it going? He says, your 21st birthday. Happy birthday, Chipper. Happy birthday to your face. You just watched the new ship brief 3 hours. Wow. Yeah, there's... I don't know if I might have taken that ship brief down. I'm going to find out here shortly. Because there was a part in there, a very small part, that may cross a line, may make people unhappy. So watch it while you can, because and if I have to take it down, I will, of course. I'm not going to argue that. And I'm going to take out that one small part. It's like 30 seconds, and then put it back up. Yep. One small part might have gone too far, because there's an old piece of gear that somehow miraculously is still working in the Navy that I was unaware of, that they still use this old piece of gear. But they do. And I broke that shit down. Yeah. So now everybody knows how it works. I was like, oh, perhaps I should take that out. Oh, God. So, yeah, I'll find out here quickly is if it's okay or not. The theater mode's not working? No. No. Okay, well, that's too bad. People are just going to have to subscribe, I guess. That's how you fix it. Stumbled across the stream. Very glad I did. Enjoying so much. Thanks for sharing with us. Oh, you're welcome, dude. Who's that? Bravo Juliet Tango. BJT. BJT. What do you think BJT means? Budget. It could be his initials. It could be like, my name's Barriott, George with a J, Townsend. Could be that. Yeah, I'm gonna slow down and shoot this guy real quick.
Make turns for
This is really ridiculous that we can't see him.
Maneuvering eye.
Or hear him, you know what I mean. The Han is literally the loudest nuclear submarine in the world by a lot. It's like a rock band underway. Just beating the hell out of the drums.
Con sonar regain.
Playing the guitar,
Sierra 1.
It's just initials, okay.
1,
Yeah.
3.
See, if ads are bothering you, can always subscribe. That's right, bitches. You can always subscribe. Oh, did we regain it? We did regain it. All right, am I in his baffles now? Yes, I am. Okay, we still don't have a range for him, but that's fine. I'm going to speed back up, and we're going to shoot. All right.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 1.
Let's see if this works. Alright, torpedoes enabled shallow, that's why it's going up. He might be above that strong layer we have, I don't know. Oh, it's a weak layer. Right there. So we're doing 10 knots. Oh, let's steer him onto the bearing of the contact. What do you say we do that? And we're probably going to have to use active sonar. How far away is the torpedo now? 3,000 yards. Sure. Okay, our torpedo's going active. He should hear that and cavitate. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And that'll give us a new bearing. I twisted your arm to resub? Yeah, I did.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Got to resub. It's going down on him. Where's my sub at? Give me my model. The torpedo sees him, but we don't, so. Oh, there it is. Just popped in because he started cavitating right there. I wonder if we lose him again now that he slowed back down. Why isn't he dropping a countermeasure? This is weird.
Con sonar.
There it goes. Okay. Huh. I was like, what the hell is he doing? It was like he wanted to be sure.
Regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 149.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Not sure what the weapon acquired. It wasn't the submarine.
Con, fire Fire control. Weapon acquired.
It might have been us.
Con. Fire
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 149.
Oh, he's done it now. He's trying to pull that alpha maneuver, but he's not as fast as the alpha.
Con. Fire control. Weapon acquired.
And it doesn't work for the alpha either. Alright. Just going to go around him. He should be right around here. He's not invading in depth, so it should be pretty easy.
Con. Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Gotcha.
Noisemaker bearing 154.
Did he even get a counterfire off? I don't think he did. Well, good for him. He be dead. Have I watched the video on YouTube of Yorktown's Black Sea fender bender? Oh yeah, that's part of my freaking video. Yeah, I just took a screenshot of it. I didn't play the actual video. But that's in the new ship brief that's on YouTube. You should watch it. Let's get away from that. It's kind of loud. Flukes says, does there come a point when tactical nukes are being used where a massive conventional strike is no longer effective? Strategic first strike is a better option? Oh, whoa. No. I don't think strategic first strike should ever be an option. Yeah, that's not good. We don't want that. Jesus, man. Got him off the chain. All right, what do we got here? 5 days at sea, so it is continuing our campaign. Yay! I was a little concerned. So we got 5 things are sunk now. Those are submarines and warships. Awesome. 20,000 tons. All right, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back with some Master of Orion. Don't go anywhere. Bye. Bye-bye.